Alright, developer log for June 2025. I sound kind of different right now because I had to go back to my instrument microphone because my condenser microphone is not functioning in this hot and humid weather in the Netherlands here. So I have to just do it with this microphone. Yeah, let's go to the map. Let's talk about what I've been working on. So, level 7 is done. That's the main thing this month. And that's something I'm very happy with because I basically got done on time. Usually when I estimate a level to be done, I'm usually a month or two late. This time I was pretty much done in 1.5 months, which is very rapid progress. It really helped that this time I made use of an asset pack for... So it's a botanical area, it's a botanical industrial area. Actually, let's show the screenshots. Usually I don't show level design, but occasionally I will share screenshots because otherwise I just have nothing to talk about. Because again, I only worked on level design. I also fixed a few bugs, but nothing noteworthy. Actually, one is noteworthy. I will probably quickly talk about that. But yeah, this is level 7 of the total 15 maps. Also, it means that I'm now over halfway because the halfway mark was level 7.5 of like 15 levels. So I'm now over the halfway mark. If I keep this up like 2 months per level, which would be an incredible pace, that pretty much means I'm done next year, because that would mean... So I still need 7 levels, I believe, so 14 months. So yeah, that means I could be done in 2026, which was actually my estimation to be done by 2026, so that would be very, very nice. So yeah, this is the botanical area. So it has these fake botanical outside areas. You can see on the wall here. Actually, let's go full screen. That it basically has this hexagonal area, hexagonal pattern. It's kind of like the holodeck in Star Wars, holodeck in Star Trek, but not quite, because everything is static and that you can basically get close to the walls. So yeah, that looks very nice. This is also an indoor botanical garden, basically. This is a really fun area to fight because you're basically having a bit of a forced fight with troopers, so it almost feels like a bit of a milsim area, because you have to really make use of all these pieces of cover and then slowly push up against the enemy. So it's a really fun fight, and it is a lot different from what you usually fight. This is really more of an arena fight. You don't really fight troopers here. Here you mostly find the demon enemies. And also this is basically a bit of the new industrial area, so I've massively improved my level design skills. And I've said this last time, but I'm really going to rework level 1 and level 2, because level 1 and level 2 are just not up to scrap. Now, reworking level 1 and level 2 is probably going to take less than a month, both together, because I'm just going to use all of the assets. Like the biggest thing that delays level progress is having to make new assets. Having to make level assets just takes a very long time. Same goes for having to make new enemies. So every time when I have to make new enemies and new levels, level design does slow down a bit. So yeah, I said I used an asset pack. I used asset pack for the plants. I actually talked about that last month as well. But yeah, with the asset pack of the plants, because I mean, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna make these plants myself. And the thing about plants is plants are plants. Like I don't like these industrial assets. I want to make myself because I want my industrial area to look unique to my game. But plants are plants. Like a plant is a plant. Nobody's going to notice. I mean, there are basically games where game developers use the same plant assets between different types of games. Like a famous example is Red Dead Redemption and GTA use the same plants. Like people have made like screenshots of like, hey, this plant is also in Red Dead Redemption. Like nobody ever notices. So only like turbo autists like that are like, oh, it's the same plant asset as in Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, so yeah. That's all fine. I talked about a fun little bug. So there was a bug that was present for a very long time, and I only noticed it. I basically noticed. Okay, what was the bug? So the bug was basically that explosives always did full damage. So explosives have fall off the further away you are. But I made a mistake when I reworked the way damage systems work, because I expanded how damage systems also can take into account flash damage, armor damage, or I kind of universalized and also future-proof the damage system. So if I'm later going to add like a game with RPG mechanics, it can more easily edit the damage. But when I did that, I made a mistake in one of the ways that it handled fall off, and explosives no longer had fall off. So for basically like half a year, for more than half a year of me developing the game, explosives always did full damage, and I pretty much never noticed somehow, because I did start dying a lot less after I figured this out. So I really should have figured it out sooner. Thankfully it's not in the demo, but yeah. That was a fun little bug. Also, I fixed the bullet tracers. Bullet tracers used to go through walls if you shot really close. Also, they never really went to the full side of the wall. They always stopped in front of the wall, the tracers, but now tracers completely work correctly. So that is nice. So let's show a new enemy. So I'm working on a new... I've already started working on level 8. Hopefully level 8 is also done within 2 months. So this is one of the 2 new enemies. Obviously completely and utterly unfinished. So this is pretty much... So this is something I worked on yesterday. And so I completely started from scratch with this enemy yesterday. And it's already looking kind of good. So you can see it's like a combat walker. It's pretty big. Oh! It took the teleporter. But now it's stuck here. So, I'll show it in the Blender file, because it's better to show it in the Blender file. So this is what I made yesterday. I'm gonna have to do a bit more programming on this, because I have to make a new sort of procedural animation for this, on how to handle like a walker with a turret that can fully rotate and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a custom animation as said for this. Also, the weapons are not part of the mesh, so I have to also make a new system that can handle weapons that are attached to enemies. I don't expect that to be too difficult. So yeah, this is the walker, one of 2 non-humanoid enemies. A total of like about 4 new enemies will be introduced, but 2 are just variants of new enemies. So I'm actually going to go to level 8 again. I usually don't show level design, but level 8 is still only like 1 arena, so I just don't care about showing this. So yeah, here you see the walker asset. So I have this walker asset here just so I can like see like, can it walk around here? Is it too big? I really had to make sure the size was correct, because if I made it too big, then it wouldn't be able to walk around. So the main things was that it needs to be able to walk around in this arena. It also needs to fit in these doors, which it does. So if I just quickly go here, it goes into the air because there's a trigger box here. So yeah, it can walk easily under these doors. So those are basically the 2 main design criteria. Like they have to be able to walk around smoothly here, and they also need to be able to fit under these doors. So yeah, that's the new walker anime. Also, I've already had it. Oh yeah, you already saw it. Like I've already indeed made a bit of code, but with a bit of code for it. Other enemies that are being introduced in this level are the Rhino enemies. So Rhino is another trooper squad besides Nyx and Varken. So yeah, these guys also still need a bit of work. These guys have also been in the game for quite a while. Like last week I said that the new Nyx assassins, they were also in the game for a very long time, but they finally had a level where they could be introduced. And yeah, now also the Rhino guys will be introduced. So these are basically the heavy soldiers. Still need some work. They do have their upper heavy armor, but I still also want to give them a lower leg armor and also probably an exoskeleton on their legs, so they look like really beefy. Also, they need a custom helmet. Right now they just use the goggles and helmet asset of the normal troopers, and they need to have their own like cool custom helmet. The same way that the Nyx. Let's get the cloaker. The same way the cloakers and the Nyx assassins got their custom cat helmet, the rhinos also need. So yeah, I'm actually thinking about making a rhino, sort of like a rhino inspired helmet. That would be cool. So yeah, that's level 8. Level 7. I actually already don't know what I've already said, because I had to re-record this because I forgot to record. So I think I'm just gonna keep this short, because I really don't have that much to talk about further. I'm gonna work very hard on level 8. So level 8 is not just gonna be like an indoor industrial area. Like, don't worry. It's also going to have this is actually going to be a level that's going to be half this part, this red part, and then another half is going to be the command center, which is going to be with a different color scheme. Which is also going to have like outside areas. I already have some fun ideas of what I'm going to do. But yeah, the first area is kind of like a little, not a little, but like a bit sizable indoor area before you go outdoors, where you get introduced to these new enemies. And that's really it, because I'm stalling at this point. So yeah, see you next month.